Hi there and welcome back. Well, I want to talk to you about Replay, the new song from Reno, who, in case you didn't know, is the former lead singer of Aldious. And, you know, she was actually someone who I thought was a really good lead singer, but that is something of a cursed role because they've had a lot of lead singers from Aldious, and there's always, unfortunately, something really unfortunate or sad happens to them. In her case, though, I must admit I was really sad to hear that she apparently had some problem. I think it was with her hearing or something, but it was one of those issues, the condition she had, I don't know the name, but a condition that really stood the chance to affect her ability to sing and be a musical performer. So not just affecting her career, but the thing that she loves doing. And for me, as someone who obviously is, loves music, I found that really tragic to see. And I thought she was a fantastic lead singer for the band, both bringing a lot of personality, a lot of attitude, but a sort of a sense of joy. There was always a sort of sense of joy in her performances. So I was really overjoyed myself when I heard that she was coming back with something of a solo career. Now, what do we think about the song Replay? I must admit, I've got a bit of a mixed bag of feelings on this one. Now, I can't deny, I found this song very entertaining, very enjoyable. I liked playing it quite a few times. It is a song that I have nothing really against, and I will be extolling the virtues of just how much of a good, upbeat, fun sort of song this is. It has a bit of depth to it as well. It's not just disposable, poppy, sort of pop rock song, but it has got a sort of emotional depth that mostly comes through in her performance, and quite a nice sort of developing slow melody that it's a melody that feels like there's a degree of passion in it. So I basically think that if you're looking for something that is a nice sort of meaningful sounding pop rock song, then yeah, you got it here. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that it kind of lacks too much in the way of nuance. Now, I'm someone who many of you will know, I like nuance, but I'm always someone who stands back and says, I don't just want twiddle for the sake of it. I don't just want complexity for the sake of it. I want things that, you know, express certain parts of the song, that they really add something. You know, if you have a chord change that really feels like it's an important one, what are you going to do with the arrangement that really focuses attention to that really sort of pushes that chord change up and makes it more noticeable? What sort of things are you going to do that maybe add a little bit more intensity to the chorus if it's a particularly emotional chorus, which this one feels like it is? What are you going to do that's really going to add to the necessary points in the song to just really push them forwards, to really show that you understand the emotion that you're trying to convey, and you understand what parts of your song are working, what needs to be in the foreground, the background. You get my point. The thing is here is there's not really anything doing that. Now, that is to say that the song is basically made up of what you'd expect: drums, bass, couple of guitars, vocals. Nothing wrong with that, but the guitar lines themselves, they never do any little runs or fills that express anything extra or add any nuance. It just strumming along the, I guess you could call it riff, lead guitar bit. I mean, this is something that I mean, I'm no lead guitarist, I'm more of a rhythm guitarist, but I would have been able to play this after I'd probably been playing guitar for about 3 months. The most complex or nearest to a riff that it gets is a bit that effectively does a simplified copy of one of the vocal lines, a la, I think, 1960s rock and roll, the absolute most basic guitar solos where the guitarist would just repeat the vocal line. It's like that. The bass pretty much just sort of bounces along underneath. The drums, pretty undercomplicated. It's all fine, there's nothing wrong with it. It just kind of feels like, yeah, you know, it feels like if you hired a bunch of session musicians and didn't do anything other than just give them the, here's my vocal melody and here's the chord sheet. Just play that. It's kind of what feels like it's going on here. So the problem is that it means that this song really is a difficult one to just sit down and listen to, because it's hard to really get much from it, or you find yourself more sort of thinking about imagining what could have been put in, or little guitar bits, or even little bits of strings. This would have sounded great with some strings under the chorus, because the chorus sounds like she's really singing her heart out, and it's big and it's passionate. Just throw a couple of violin swells in there underneath to really sort of highlight that the chorus is the big emotional part of the song. But no, there's nothing like that in there. So, like I said, this is not me saying it's a bad review. It just, unfortunately, is a song that feels half done, half finished, half recorded, half completed, and from a singer who I really want to do well. I wanted to do well. I wanted to sort of recover from the bad luck she's had and really go and show what she can do. So, yeah, I feel like she perhaps deserves a little bit more here. I don't know whether that would come in the sort of having better musicians to work with who can say, hey, look, let's try this, or moreover, a producer. I mean, this is where a producer should step in, and a producer should say, okay, this all sounds good, but we need to do something more to really make this song sound finished. That's what a producer should be doing. So I feel like there aren't the right people around her to really elevate this song, but it is still good. It's a song that would go nicely in a playlist of sort of good pop rock songs. It would be a song that would be nice to have in the background while you're doing something else, where you can just sort of allow it to seep in and allow yourself to take in the nice emotion of the melody and the quality of her performance. That would all be great, but it's not a song that really you would sit down and say, yeah, I'm going to focus on listening to this song. It's a playlist song. It's a background song. And it's damn good at being those things, but that's what it is. Now, I desperately hope for more from her, and I hope that this is just the first step as she builds things up. Let's see where that goes. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments on this as well. And until I hopefully see you in Japan for the next one of these. For now, good luck to Rina. Enjoy this song in a playlist, and ciao, ciao.